Okay, so this video relates specifically to something I know not much about at all, apart from I do now, unfortunately. Heroin. Again, it's not a funny subject, but I had to actually look up a definition of it because I know so little about it. And according to a dictionary definition, it's a highly addictive and analgesic drug derived from morphine, often used illicitly as a narcotic producing euphoria. And the origin of this word comes in the late 19th century from Latin, and it's hero because of its effect on the user's self-esteem. Now, I then looked up addiction because people who use heroin are often called heroin addicts or junkies. Junkie specifically means a drug addict, a person with a compulsive habit or obsessive dependency on something. And addiction, the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance or activity. But I didn't know the difference between addiction and drug dependency, so I looked up dependent too. And it essentially means contingent on, upon, or determined by various benefits, or be dependent on lengths of service, or occurring or existing only as certain circumstances are the case, or definition number 3, unable to do without. So my experiences of heroin are zero, absolutely zero. Train Spotting 1996 for a screen is the closest I've come to heroin. Though that all changed a couple of years ago, basically, because thankfully now, ex-partner of mine was a former heroin addict, and I learnt more about it from being with him. So basically, unbeknownst to me, he was using the drug again, using my money to pay for this drug. And when he wasn't taking that, he was taking, I can't remember now, for irritable bowel syndrome or not laxatives, something like that. Anyway, it's known as a poor man's heroin, where basically you extract what's in the tablets and smoke that instead. And it's like similar to the effects of heroin, apparently. Anyway, he came around one day and he used to be a mechanic. He had like black on his face here. I thought, oh, he must be working on a car or something. I didn't fucking know. And then later I realised and found out that basically he'd been smoking heroin before coming around here, because he had the residue on his face. So I later subsequently found out all these things about a drug I don't know much about. So essentially, it's derived from morphine, and I guess morphine is a pain reliever. Um, so it can only specifically relate to wanting to alleviate symptoms of what you feel, either physical or emotional pain, in a street talking way. Um, in a place I used to live in Derbyshire, there's a local village known as the Brown Town, where it was so easy to obtain and use so widely. That's why it was called Brown Town, basically. Again, I don't believe it costs that much to buy the drug. And people become addicted and dependent upon it. And that's my little experience of heroin. That's all I know about it, apart from it had a huge impact upon my life because I was associated with somebody who was using it. Hello, by the way. See you in court. So yeah, it's not a nice drug. Again, with any drug, with anything like that, including alcohol, including specifically smoking, my best advice and my only advice is don't start.